Opinions.
Okay.
Which one do you think it is, and which one do you
5
think TNC is
seconds
going to pick?
remaining.
I think that the Nyx is more highly prioritized in this game in particular. I think as a
Reserve
whole,
time.
I would rather have Centaur on my team. But
Okay.
against the Earth Spirit, I think it's really, really good because it gives you, like, with the Earth Spirit, it enables you so many different ways to go with the
TNC's
fight
turn to
where you
pick.
can, like, go in for a disruptor or you could go in for some other wombo combo, and Nyx disrupts
Dire
all of that.
team pick.
So they go for the other one.
I would have gone for the other one, but I think that Centaur is fine.
All right. I mean, Centaur's fine is perhaps a very understatement.
Yeah, right? No, totally. I mean, it's not like this is a bad pick by any
Oh,
means.
no, for sure.
But I think it does speak to a way that they want to try and take this game,
10
which is take
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
Like, this enables heroes that otherwise wouldn't be able to fight early to maybe
5
fight a little bit
seconds
earlier.
remaining.
You think about something like a potential Sand King. Granted, it's had one of the lowest win rates at the tournament, but you can go something like that, and he
TNC's
doesn't need a
turn
Blink
to
Dagger to
bat.
be effective early.
All right, we're going to go with the Weaver so far. I really feel for Miracle seeing that last performance. It's not just about him playing poorly. It's about that their draft really needed him to play well. Because if you look at the draft,
10
it was a
seconds
Dazzler and
remaining.
Crystal Maiden on the back line. They gave you like
Dire
no
team
damage
back.
once the team fights are breaking out.
Right.
They needed that Clinks, and I think Miracle understands that he kind of needed to step up. Unfortunately, could not. And hopefully, I hope he doesn't kick himself a little bit too hard. But he's a fighter. He's been around the block.
10
Let's
seconds
see if he
remaining.
can bounce back and force a game 3 from TNC.
Definitely. You got the Alchemist band now, as well as the
TNC's turn to
OD.
bat.
They're going to make an appearance in this game. I think that if you did want to end up running another hero for TNC here, probably take the Jug. I honestly wouldn't mind that. I feel like it's a hero that gives them a lot of different
10
possibilities. They
seconds
can run it with Raven, they can run it with Cuckoo, and it also,
5 seconds
I think, kind of
remaining.
fits well within the ethos of the way they play the game, because you can also go late or
Reserve
pressure
time.
early.
Okay, I could see that. I'd rather they target out a Tim's hero. Slardar is still in the... No, Slardar is already
Dire
taken out,
team
excuse me.
back.
Huh. You know, I honestly only remember Earth Spirit and Slardar from Tim's because he's so destructive on these two heroes that I failed to recall.
You could take an Undying
10 seconds
if
remaining.
they wanted to take that one. I wouldn't mind it Undying. It
5
sort of fits
seconds
the bill
remaining.
with the trying to roam around and disrupt things a little bit. You can make that happen.
TNC's turn
But yeah,
to
Undying or Jug for me. I like either of those. Gonna ban out the Terrorblade too. Another TNC classic. Oh, they go the Rubik, of course.
Dire
Rior.
team pick.
He loves that hero.
All right, so that means Tim's is going to be playing the Dazzle instead.
Very different look. Maybe just tries to play it the same way that they were doing earlier with like Max and Poison Touch going in.
Sure. I mean, if not maxing it, at least putting a point or two. But
10 seconds
Jules
remaining.
went for the max, and there was a lot of instances where he really
5
wished he
seconds
had the higher
remaining.
grave, right? Porting in to save the Clinks. I don't think Dazzle actually saved anybody
Reserve
early on
time.
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
So that was...
Well, it could have also just been because those ports were a little bit late. There was one instance, I think, by the bottom tier 1 where he could have saved them, but couldn't get the grave off. But all the other ones, he was too late with the port. But I'm with you. Mineski, anything that you like in particular here?
I'm just trying to read the draft whether to feel that whether this is a support or carry Weaver. I think because you already have Earth Spirit, this is more likely to be a carry Weaver.
I think Mineski as a team would really like to get Miracle on that hero as well, whenever they can.
I'm thinking Shadow Fiend here for Jay.
Okay.
It's definitely one of his go-to heroes. There's a lot of minus armor synergy, and more importantly, there's not a lot of like insane lockdown. I mean, there's the Hoof Stomp,
TNC's turn
but
to pick.
I feel like Requiem and the right clicks rather is going to do a ton of work, especially against this rather squishy lineup that TNC's got.
And I think the Nyx Assassin sets up a little bit for the Shadow Fiend as well, because you don't want to give away the Nyx.
10
I guess they couldn't run the
seconds
Nyx
remaining.
anyway, so yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. I think it's fine still taking that
5
Shadow Fiend. I
seconds
still like the
remaining.
Jug for TNC. I imagine they saved Cuckoo's hero for last, and they could go like...
Reserve time.
I don't think you can go...
Oh, there you go.
I don't think you can go
Dire
Tinker this
team
game
pick.
against Nyx. So you have to probably go like Invoker or something. Something like that.
I mean, there's also the TA for Cuckoo. He's very proficient with the hero. I mean, I think if Mineski goes Shadow Fiend here, it's very likely that the Templar Assassin comes out.
10 seconds
and then you just have
remaining.
Dazzle sit mid for a long time and just sort of try and pressure.
You know, we did
5
see the
seconds
Dazzle
remaining.
harass on the mid lane. It's actually like much more impressive than we had thought.
TNC's
Okay, now there's an
turn to
Ursa,
bat.
which normally is a hero that Miracle plays. Does that mean we're gonna see a support Weaver then?
Maybe. I'm not sure about this. I don't know if I like the Ursa. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does feel like it's a good answer to what TNC do, and they do ban out the Shadow Fiend.
So they're expecting a support Weaver as well.
I'm not sure if I love it. I mean, it's a lot of different ways to save him if you get that Ags up for Weaver, but it feels really greedy against this type of draft from TNC. Maybe they're just hoping to try and go in and secure Roche a bunch.
10 seconds
That way
remaining.
TNC can't build
I
that.
think it's fine. I think Ursa is a hero that kind of comes online relatively quickly, right? And he
I
has,
mean, the support
remaining.
Weaver. That's my read of that part at
Okay.
least.
I think the support Weaver is
Team
fine,
pick.
particularly because again the disable from the TNC side isn't too impressive. I mean, there's a lift and there's a Hoostomp, but Dazzle's gonna get circles ran at him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I'm just thinking like
10
later on
seconds
down the
remaining.
line, we know that TNC likes to group up and push. How does
5
Ursa deal with the push?
seconds
How does
remaining.
Nyx deal with the push? Like, are you using Impale to push waves? Or
No, this is like we fight into you
Reserve
kind of thing.
time.
We're not gonna stand behind our tower and D-push. We're looking to jump into you and kill you. That's how we're gonna D-push.
do they have better team fight than TNC though?
No? I mean, not at the moment, mostly because of the Centaur, but you know, we'll see what the last pick here for Jay is.
Fair enough. So that you feel like they need team fight for their draft to work is what you're saying then?
Or a ton more damage.
Okay. We'll see which route Mineski want to go for. And what is it that they're going to need then? Probably at this point, Invoker is still in the pool.
I never see Jay play Invoker, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure if that's...
Ember? Ember's pretty decent.
Yeah, Ember's not bad, actually.
I don't know. I'm still very concerned in this draft, but
10 seconds remaining.
if they can relieve all of my concerns with one pick, it is going to be the Ember. All right.
TNC's turn to pick.
Right, a lot of pressure on these stunners on the TNC side to do their work. Gonna be a Magnus by Cuckoo mid. Well, I think Ember, first of all, is gonna have a tough time against the Dazzle, I presume. That will go to the mid to support the Magnus. Keep in mind that Poison Touch and Healing Wave is both physical, thus going through the Flame. Thus would work Ember pretty hard. And then you got both the ARP. Remember I said they need more stuns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is more stuns and a lot more damage as well.
I think that TNC might have what they need this game. I think that they might 2-0 Mineski and be going to Kiev. What about you? What's your thoughts on this?
I'm inclined to agree as well. Unfortunately, I want to see Miracle going to his first major LAN
10
or
seconds
major Valve
remaining.
LAN, because he's just too good to not have played in that
5
kind of
seconds
environment.
remaining.
But this draft, I think Mineski needs to play a lot. I keep focusing on the lack of suns, but they got way more stuff and maybe some fiery chains. That's it.
Yeah.
So a lot of these stuns are not even like pretty guaranteed. So yeah, Mineski needs to perform, but if they can,
We'll see if they're capable of doing it. Mineski facing off against TNC. Tournament life on the line, qualifier life on the line. And they are definitely up against the ropes here off the back of a Miracle, Ursa, and of course Mr. Bimbo himself playing on that Ember Spirit. We'll see the movement out now early on, placing down a couple of wards. Tim's gonna actually be playing the Rubik this time, so
Okay.
are you surprised by that at all?
yes and no. Like normally Ryor is so good on this hero, so I expect him to be the one that's playing it. At the same time, Ryor also plays a very hard position support like the Dazzle. So maybe it's one of those things that Tim's is more familiar with the Rubik than the Dazzle, so he takes the hero.
All right, and we could even end up seeing it be just like a one-on-one with Miracle against the Centaur. If they wanted to leave it that way. The Centaur ended up going for a Boots first build as well. Looks like Ursa hasn't, so he's going to be able to outstrip that Ursa for a while. Just to be careful about the Earth Shocks.
Yeah, my other major concern with this Mineski draft is that it's ultimately
30
extremely
seconds to
greedy,
battle.
especially on the support side,
Yeah.
right? You got Earth Spirit, who can technically be played as a 5, and look at his current item, Ninja Boogie, 2 Tangos, and a Clarity, and this means his role as a mid harasser, a gank setup person is going to be a lot less effective, right? You really need that Orb of Venom to do what he does best, which is rolling in and harass people.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I was mentioning, that I feel like, what are you
The
going to
battle
do when you get
begins.
the group up push from TNC? Like, they can try and team fight their way out of it, but it's going to, feels to me again like they're going to need perfect execution, whereas TNC, if you got a Blink Dagger on Magnus, you just sort of jump in, you RP him once things start to get chaotic. A very high ease of execution win for TNC. We'll see if they can translate that, though, and staying out that range creep first.
I think honestly one of the major game plan for Mineski is to kind of put them in a big deficit before that group up push actually happens.
Okay.
Because Ursa, I could see him getting off into a very good start in this lane, get the quick blink, and just kill.
Yeah. Oh, and he's going to get the deny as well on that range creep. So this should push in pretty effectively, although looks like they might have gotten one on the Radiant side as well. Laning wise, we're seeing, of course, RR facing off against Rior on this Dazzle. Raven continuing his pressure. But mid lane is into the favor quite heavily so far of the Ember, in spite of having that early Empower.
Yeah, I find that pretty surprising here. And this is actually for the first time in a long time, having a true 1v1 in the mid lane. Nobody coming in here throwing out ignites and poison touches. Bottom lane here, RR in a lot of trouble. Drops the Impale, runs left away from the Telekinesis lift. Great play by RR. Any other way he would have done it, he would have been dead. But Tim's getting that movement speed. There's one teleport coming in. He gets lifted back to the low ground. He cannot run that way anymore. And now here comes Jules. I'm not exactly sure what he can do, but at the very least, Raven could not have gotten off that spin.
All right, Battle Fury
Okay,
going
just
for
kidding.
RR. They're going to be able to take him down. He went back in for a moment, and now also Jules forced to pop the Shrine. Oh, man, that is a disastrous start here. They use the Shrine. They lose the Nyx. He's not going to have that regen in lane, and it's into their favor.
Mid lane, push back in here. Cuckoo brings Jay under the tower, but tower too busy with some creeps. So Jay, no harm, no foul for him.
Wow.
RR makes the 9k play, and then walks.
Yeah.
Oh, feels bad.
I mean, he did his best, and unfortunately, Jug, just a really good answer to the Nyx in general, and they're going to keep applying this harassment onto him. They have the Blade Fury up again, but not fully deciding to go for it. And in the meantime, you compare that to Sam H's lane, he's still getting experience here. He's having himself a decent time at the very least.
For now, I think once Ursa gets to face boots, he's going to have to go into the jungle.
Yeah.
I mean, he could stay in the trees to sap experience, but he's never going to hit a creep once face boot is on.
Another lift. RR in trouble yet again, going to get ran down by Raven. Jules trying to get it aggressive, but you can see he's barely even going to miss out on a creep here. Raven has been doing a great job of applying pressure when he needs to.
This is an issue that Mineski used to have, which was they have so many superstar players. Unfortunately, not all of them shows up to play Dota every single game. An issue with consistency. And seems like at least today, that old trouble is plaguing them again.
Well, mid lane at the very least, again, is going well for the Ember Spirit. He's about even with the Magnus. I'm curious to also see how Cuckoo chooses to build his skill build up. Obviously taking a lot to Shockwave early to be able to deal with what the Ember Spirit is throwing out. But later on, also, he's going to be able to help secure Juggernaut even more quick farm as the game goes on with that power.
Yep. Also, the other interesting thing to talk about regarding to Bill is what kind of build we're going to see from Miracle. Whether it's going to be Blink first, HOD first. We also seen the casual Mask of Death first. So obviously, you know, each one has its own benefits and weaknesses, but once it gets close to that point, we'll kind of talk about that.
Yeah. Ember moving over here, does guess right with the rune, is going to get a DD as his reward. And again, this dual lane just not really feeling like it's getting that much done. And oftentimes these support weavers, they'll head off into the jungle to try and get farm. We haven't seen Jules do that. He's level 2 at this point and only now going to start heading back to pick up the bounty rune. But, well, guess what? Tim's has already done it.
Yeah, so far I've been feeling zero impact from the Mineski supports, both from the Earth Spirit as well as from the Weaver. And I feel like both of them are trying to do the same role, right? Which is harass lanes, get kills, and they're both kind of playing the 5 now because they have nothing to do. Just kind of pulling creeps.
Even to the point where they're sticking Ember in the jungle because they need this Weaver to get a lane for himself for a bit, and it's harder and harder to deal with Cuckoo in his lane also. So,
well, I wouldn't say they're purposely sticking the Weaver into a lane. It's more that this is a pretty common duck into the jungle to farm kind of pattern for Embers. So it's more of the Weaver just taking advantage of the fact that there is an empty lane. But you're right, he is going to get some stuff now.
And again, like Sam H, he's gone off to the jungle to farm. Nyx doesn't have the same luxury as far as his ability to farm early on, not quite as good. Aura could get lifted here if they wanted to, but not deciding to go for it. Raven still happy as a clam, got himself his own lane. He's not quite as far ahead as the Ursa has been, but still having a really good time.
Interesting that Raven actually skips his point of play damage.
Yeah.
Not something I've seen too often. Maybe they're thinking of grouping up and pushing with the healing ward.
I think that's the plan here.
But their team is not really exceptional at that, though.
Yeah. I think that if they can find kills off the back of like that Blink Dagger later on or whatever, that's going to be one of the ways to do it. But they can probably take down at least the tower.
All right, bottom lane here, they lift up RR, they throw the poison on him, but unfortunately,
they have
nice
the Omni
silence.
Slash
The stun's
as
going
well.
to be there, the Impale's going to be here as well. Raven taking a ton of damage. Omni Slash not going to all bounce. The Grave comes in, and the healing ward, that's a level 2 healing ward. They're going to beat on Raven. There's a lot of Fury Swipe stacks. He is going to be dead. Overall, great trade here from Mineski, even though they did have to bring in 2 other heroes to get it.
That was just about the best that they could have hoped for, and a really good play also to make sure that they end up TPing in with the bear. And this also gives a little bit of room up here at the top. Like, you could say, oh, you don't want to, like, move your Ursa around too much early, but honestly, for that, that's well worth it.
Yeah, they need this next to catch back up, and now Jay makes support up top as well. I think they have some ideas about this Centaur, but is it even possible?
Yeah, I mean, they're actually going to bring Raven up to the top side, and he does have no Omni Slash, but can at least,
they're basically really hard.
Yeah, want to go back in, triple remnant forward. Raven goes for the spin, trying to run away. They're TPing in now with the Dazzle. Can he get out, though? That's the question. In range, looking for the save. Does have the Grave if he wants to use it. No, it was on cooldown. Oh, Rior not able to save him. So again,
yeah.
TNC throwing away a little bit of advantage here.
I mean, you can't blame them, right? Juggernaut wanted to go up top to continue to stay in RR's lane and shut him down and slow him down. Did not expect Jay's rotation, so not really a TNC mistake, but a really great play from Jay instead. And I would say that they're kind of back in the game, right? 2 kills in a row over the enemy carry.
Absolutely, and down here bottom, Miracle trying to make a play. You got Ninja Boogie in the area, could think about going for the silence. The stun is there as well. He's already used the chase, but there's going to be the Stampede to try and make his escape.
Oh, that would have been a sick guess if that hit him, but
is under attack.
still forcing out Stampede usage, and Miracle's still farming. And the bottom lane looks like he is going to be going for basics. So he feels that this game is not the Roshan sneaks, nor is it about killing people left and right. You just want to get the basics and kind of scale into the mid game a little bit smoothly with a little bit more fun.
Is under attack.
The mid lane, that is going to be a haste turn picked up for Jules. We've got Tim's, does already have arcane boots for himself, as well as building towards a couple of different things. But they've got good vision over there on Tim, and they're not going to be able to bring down Rio there either. Already Weaver picking up the medallion. Things have definitely turned around at this point for Mineski, and it's to the tune of, still very even in terms of the net worth.
I still don't think it's necessarily enough right now, especially from the level department. Mineski still lacking some critical level 6s, and as a result, they're unable to pressure the way that they would like. And very silently, Cuckoo has been able to build up a lot of net worth, just through the fact that he's, just got that Iron Talon. He's jungling very efficiently. He does have that Echo Saber queued up, so he's looking to be the secondary damage dealer, apart from just a utility / initiator for the team.
Yeah, and this is a build that we've seen used in the CIS region. I think that it was Dendy that started it. A lot of other people have done it in the past as well. There's some movement down here towards bottom, hoping to find the Ursa, but as you can see, this ward that's placed spotted all of that movement and realized that they might need to come and defend this if they want to hold on to their tower.
so not gonna get caught this time around. Notice how he left the creep towards the left side of his tower, expecting some sort of big smoke wrap around there.
Yeah. They aren't gonna find him. Pressure continues. A little fade bolt on a miracle, why not?
And the critical thing right now is that Radiant, because of the ward behind the tower, they see all of that information. They know that there's a trap being laid for them, so they back off.
And it does force over the Ember Spirit here as well, just to make sure that they're not going to go down. And this ward, all the vision in the world, will expire now. Could even bait out a sentry by that, realizing that, you know, they're in the area. Regen picked up there as well for the Ember Spirit. So top lane, your Nyx Assassin, currently level 6. You also have the level 7 on same.
Oh, bottom lane, they're going to make a go here onto the Dazzle. Dazzle gets netted up as well. Great play by Ninja Boogie, connecting the kick as well as the silence. And Stampede was also baited out from that, so got a lot of to do. And I think with the Stampede gone, I think Miracle feels a lot safer trying to contest with this tier 1 bottom.
All right, well played. Find a kill. Looks like the Centaur as well is going to have the build in towards the hood. They're just gearing up for the late game. I think they feel comfortable with their lineup, and this is showing a little bit of diversity with the TNC group up. They're not just all about pressuring towers and taking them down at the start. They've got a Juggernaut with Empower. They've got Magnus who's going for the Echo Saber build.
Yep.
You know, Centaur is a great hero in the late game as well. It feels like they're very comfortable with how it's looking. Sam H going to get initiated on. Veil is out, but so much magical generation, able to triple run it away and stay alive.
That was a great play. Using the RP whipping as well.
Ugh.
That triple remnant dodged the Hoof Stomp and just laid in the damage at the same time. That was a beauty.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Mineski.
yeah, Alvin takes the tower bottom, so they're kind of hemming in. I like to kind of point out what you said about the versatility of TNC. I'm pretty sure they'd rather be the team that's, you know, being proactive, taking towers and whatnot, but it's really hard to do so against the Mineski lineup. This is kind of where they're hitting one of their first peaks when the Emperor is so big, and now Ninja Boogie on the bottom side finds a go, and that's a net coming through from the Ursa. They're trying to get the kill, but the TPs are coming in fast. Sam H doesn't have the Stampede, and it's gonna happen now? No? Ninja Boogie's gonna be the one they play.
Yeah. Well, a good pickup there at the very least. They give it over to Cuckoo for the kill, and he is getting ever closer to that Echo Saber. I believe he just finished it off and should be brought out to him now. Which just gives him more possibilities to farm, as we see Raven going for the spin TP away, pushing out the mid lane, making sure that they don't overextend at various points. The Ember is here, and they don't have a spin on Jug for another seconds.
Does he see the root?
A tool to teach.
Right clicks, they had a lift. Tries to go for it, stealing a spell, gets a stun out as well, but still alive. The healing ward making it work.
Yep. Fortunately for the Rubik, there was, I believe, only one fire next to the cooldown. Bottom lane here, they're trying to make an escape. The kick not connecting here. And I don't know where was Miracle's trusty Dark Troll Summoner. That's really the reason why he has that creep, to get rid of a Stampede escape.
Yeah, off somewhere else across the map, no doubt. Looks like Rior is most likely dead. They do have Magnus here.
Sure, drops the sentry immediately, but now the Rubik's going to take one for the team instead.
It was a good lift up. They try and go for the catch, and they are going to be able to hold on to R here. That is a pickup. They need to trade, though, with those kills in that way. I think that's definitely worth it for the Nyx.
And I don't think they're done yet. Sam H gets somewhat spotted by Ninja Boogie. Looks like Jay cannot rotate.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right. 5-6, still very even. Is there a team that you're feeling like is getting more of what they want at this stage of the game, though? A team that's more comfortable with their position?
I think even though Mineski is getting all these tiny trades going their way, like, you know, they're trading a support for a core here and there, they're getting a tier 1 here and there, I don't think it's enough to pull themselves ahead, because the other side is working with Empower, and Juggernaut is comfortably head of this net worth, despite the 2 deaths he's got, right?
Yeah.
So I think if I'm a TNC fan, I'm fairly happy with the current team state.
You do have the Weaver that's building next towards the treads, and then finally finishing off the Aghanims later on down the line.
Right.
So that's something else that we're going to need to keep our eyes on in this fight, but It's still not like the be-all, end-all as far as...
Ooh, if they could pick up Raven here once again, that will be big.
Looks like Cuckoo backing out. They spot him under a ward here, but yeah, eyes down bottom. Tims.
Swarm's gonna find himself Tims. Can they chain him and cancel the TP? Yes, Jay does it in the very end. It looks like they're gonna give the kill. Oh, actually, he wanted to give the kill, but the burn from Jay takes it.
He killed Kikuchi there as well, but wasn't able to get away.
Rowan.
Miracle chasing down Rior in some trouble. There's the silence, there's the stun. Can they finish him? Yes, they can. Did he use Magnetize?
He did. Because I think he body blocked Miracle a little bit, so he wasn't sure whether you know, Miracle will get there on time and whether the Grave will pop out. If the Grave did pop out, the Magnetize would have been sure to kill.
Yo, these wards by Mineski have been fabulous. Look at all this vision they've got here in the jungle. This has allowed them to find each and every one of these kills. They spot out all of the areas where TNC would be moving to try and farm, and they know that if they just get into a farming war with TNC, they're going to lose, so they have to find these picks.
Yeah. And Miracle is already on, you know, waiting for the pick up top. Fortunately, I don't think he could solo a Jug. I really love these wards because they don't see that much vision compared to like the best spots, but at the same time they're super hard to de-ward. It would not surprise me all these wards survive till, you know, they just kind of naturally time out.
Yeah, and maybe you need to think about getting a gem as well. That might be the answer eventually for TNC, but you also have to worry about who's going to hold it then. And if you're going to be going on de-ward missions and end up losing it, then you're really, really in a bad spot.
I mean, gem's great, right? You're dealing against a Weaver and a Nyx.
Yeah, totally. But they also need the items and abilities to fight Mineski outside of just spotting him out.
Yeah. I think I'm beginning to really understand why Mineski really favors the Ursa. That they pick it up for Miracle so much. It's the fact that they could pressure so effectively. And you're seeing it in this game, right? Again, they're only up by 3 kills, but it's just the nature of TNC. They're just helmed into their side of the map, afraid to go anywhere.
Like this right here to me, this is RR just completely owning TNC.
Oh, well, his Inventor just ran out, but here comes the 2-man silence. The kick misses. It's time to disengage.
There's the lift back, now in trouble. Gonna be able to steal Vendetta as well. Tim's already used Flame Guard, trying to run him down. Omni Slash used, a little bit of damage coming out, and they find that kill.
All right, but at the same time, Miracle is gonna be going for the Roche. Looks like the Mud Golem was brought there to tank some of the hits. And Tier 1 is likely going to be forfeited as a result.
Yeah, they scan out this side as well. Spot out that it could have been a hero in the area, but now with the Roche going down, they know that they don't have to be too worried, at least as of yet. We'll see what ends up happening. Ember Spirit, meanwhile, cutting creep waves. And they're getting in position to try and fight, but already gone is Raven.
Yep. That was a really smart scan, because if there's...
Wait, mid lane though, Raven now in trouble. Manta Dodge trying to get out. He doesn't have a spin, needs to run out of mana, and there's the Stampede to get him away. That was real close though.
That Mud Golem came in a little late. If he got off the stun, probably likely they're going to get the kill. Jules, is he going to give away Sakuchi?
I mean, he can also do a good bit of damage here. Needs to be careful. Vendetta with the Fade Bolt's no joke.
Ursa, get pushed back, but Cuckoo, Impale gonna hit through the Uh-oh,
no.
We got Sakuchi, but the fire is gonna be enough.
Yeah, they're kind of feeding away a couple of kills here and there. TNC, they got to pull it back together if they want to make a play. And Mineski, likewise, just not giving them an inch. You're seeing some great play out here from the Earth Spirit as a whole. Like, he's missed that last kick, but by and large has enabled the Ursa to kind of go ham. And they've just said, you know what, Miracle, take it. Game on your back.
Yep. She's going to go down. I don't think they could really fight this, especially without the Magnus RP. I think the true test for Mineski isn't about how well they're playing right now, which they are playing super well. It's the high ground, because you're trying to push up the high ground with Ursa and Ember. Like, I don't know who the hell is going to hit the building on this team. And it's so hard to go high ground against Hoofstomp and RP. You know, I almost want to say it's impossible unless TNC make a big blunder.
I think it also comes back to making sure the Weaver gets a good timing on the Aghanims, because if Jules does get it, then you can sort of siege with Ursa and then have the time lapse from far away, because it is that 1,000 range cast with the Aghanim Scepter. Normally, I agree with you in saying that, you know, the Axe Weaver is a big game changer, but in this game, not so much in my opinion. Hold that thought. Nyx is... Alright, never mind. We're good. In this game, there's 2 ways you could go about it, right?
number one, if your whole team gets RP, it doesn't matter if you could time lapse one person.
Right.
You're losing that team fight regardless. And we've definitely seen that happen in this particular C qualifier time and time again. Number two is, if you're using that time lapse as a kind of a backup tool, let's say by sending Ursa to siege the tier 3 building, you gotta keep in mind that Cuckoo could blink skewer you all the way back to the tier 4s.
Right.
And that might just be outside of your 1000 cast range, or they could just kill you quickly enough before Weaver could react and close that distance to get off that time lapse. So, don't get me wrong, I think time lapse is still an amazing spell once Jules gets to it, but it's not a a guaranteed victory once you get to item.
Fair enough. Well, in the meantime, Cuckoo gonna keep trying to get his farm on. Does have the blink dagger. We've talked about how important this item is. We also have it on the Centaur. We have not seen these in a big fight yet. We have Smoke on Dazzle, ready to try and move out and see if they can find a pick, but it's also an ag on Ursa. This is a great item for him in this game. I think, like, being able
to... It's okay. It's okay.
Against RP?
Yeah, you could break out an RP, break out that hoof stomp. But I'm seeing a scenario where if Miracle gets stunned once, he's going to get chain stunned.
All right. Under attack.
I mean, it's great. Again, don't get me wrong. Bottom looks like we're going to see a fight. Oh, Ninja is going to tank one for the team, man.
Super dead. What was that stolen? Boulder smash. All right, so Rubik's going kicking, everybody.
You can actually kick the boulders that Earth Spirit leaves behind.
You can also kick the people.
That's true, too.
Gonna make a joke about TNC kicking people, but
no, they don't kick anybody.
Demon, man.
That's true. I mean, it seems like they have done fine.
Absolutely. Oh, jump forward, Tim's kick him away. They're gonna actually look for Enrage. It's actually about to cool off. They've got Omni Slash slowed up. Diffusal Blade there. If they want to use it to stomp, no. He's still going to be brought down. Bottom lane, there's also a fight breaking out where Jules has taken down Cuckoo, but Miracle Aegis gone. Sam H controlled over here to the side, but the read goes over here to the side. Dims, they're on top of him. Magnetized. Good Grave Raven still holding on to Omni Slash. Now uses it on the Miracle. They have the Shrine to keep Tim's alive. Turning it on to Ninja Boogie. Can they bring him down? Stolen, magnetized. Everybody is out and possibly going to end up falling. It looks like Miracle is going to drop. And
here comes Jay. He's got no mana. Jay's in there trying to do what he can. It looks like it will be just enough to get the reorg kill. Raven very smartly backs up. He could probably do something, but it's just too risky for him to stay. I mean, at the end of the team fight, it was, what, 4 for 2, 4 for 3 if you include the Aegis. Honestly, not too bad for TNC considering how the game's going.
Yeah, I mean, losing 4 heroes here, it never feels good, but the fact that you got the Aegis off, it slows down the timing of Mineski fairly heavily, and this, again, is in power.
Mineski's also not getting any objectives out of that fight, so it's just a 4 for 3.
Let's see, they're setting up for this. They want to go, but do they realize that there is an RP waiting? Oh, man. All right, they don't have vision on Mag just yet, but they almost do. And Raven has no idea that they're wrapping on him. If they go onto Raven right now...
Here's the thing.
Oh, God. This could be big. They're going in. All right, they spot him now. Cuckoo. Jump ward. What? Oh, the Sentry Ward. They spotted him up here on the high ground, but there's the counter Impale. Now trying to jump away. It looks like Mineski are going to back out.
Yeah. Well, another RP down.
All right, yeah. Nicely done.
Miracle's here. You actually want to fight this. It's going to be hard to kill Raven. Raven, with the Manta Diffusal Blade, pretty much has Miracle's number from this point on. Here comes the Troll Warlord.
Jump in. Trying to find him.
Sorry.
On the mark.
The Troll Summoner. Troll Warlord not in this game.
Now they're all weaved as well. So this fight becomes a lot harder. Are Mineski really going to stick around and try and go after them here?
I think they're sticking around, going to hold the tier 1. I don't think they could actually pursue TNC though.
Okay.
Especially without Ninja Boogie, who is kind of lumbering on top.
Oh, Miracle. Miracle? He has Enrage. Time lapse.
Oh, just baiting it up, and now perhaps, oh, the chain's not hitting, and now here comes Miracle re-engaging Ninja Boogie, coming from the backline as well, but that Impale making a big happen here for TNC. Damage is dropping high, and looks like we're gonna jump in. Jade's gonna lot, and now it's gonna be, oh, wait, Omni Slash?
They're turning it back around. They're gonna be able to bring him down, but already Raven the kills. They're all over him. 5 dead from Mineski. The plays All right, so Omni Slash from Jug with Empower is pretty good. That's first.
Yeah.
Second of all, Rubik is a goddamn god. Tim's with the Impale twice, and then Fade Bolt as well.
I think his Impale hit like 2 to 3 at least.
Yeah.
And that just removed the Nick immediately.
And also Echo Saber on Magnus. This is the reason why Mineski's draft like can hurt, because you've got these two just heavy damage dealing cores, and there wasn't even an RP in that fight.
Yeah, that's the scary part. It could be worse.
And I think that this is why we picked TNC's draft to be quite strong in this game. I am very concerned for Mineski off the back of that. You look at what this graph is going to start doing.
Wait, Nick. On to Kale.
Oh, that would have been the play.
No, he just blinked hit Fog. R had so many chances. Now he was waiting for his team to come by. Now Swarm's going to come through checking the Roche. And Core Staff going to be coming away. Stampede, what a stun.
Yeah. R redeems himself there. That was a good play. And they're able to pick it up. Mineski still very much a threat in this game with the Aghanim's Weaver. All of these things end up working out to be, you know, creating a potent force, but it needs to be a really good fight for them.
I'm not sure how much of a threat they are anymore. Again, they have to win at least one fight to have a chance to push high ground, and then they have to win a second fight at the high ground to actually take buildings, because the team just, I mean, they hit building for like 150 damage. Who cares?
No, it's true. It's not easy, and it's not like they have amazing comeback potential, but if you can blow up one, that's where you're sort of, I'm assuming, what they're looking to do here, and it's just a scary prospect. Raven empowered. He is so farmed, 4,000 gold ahead of the next highest in the game. And I mean, even just the empowered damage there onto Jules is bringing him so low. Stomp?
Stomp. They got him. They know they got him. They dust him up. He goes time lapse, but he gets lifted, and now R comes in.
Oh, he stole time lapse too.
I mean, that's only he doesn't have Axe, right?
Right.
So just a time lapse for himself. But Jules just playing super cocky. That high risk and the low reward play.
All right, movement now up to high ground. Raven is there. Gonna try and move forward and take down this tower. Can they stop him? I don't think so. Ends up going back, stealing mana burn.
Somebody's got to deal with that healing ward, or else all of Jay's harass is useless.
What a freaking game right now. TNC all over it. They jump in with that. Oh, they got the lift. Bimbo in trouble. They get the RP as well. Can they bring him down in time? Omni Slash as well. He's going to fall, and Omni Slash is over all of them. The Empower doing work, but they are going to need to stampede out now. Raven 4 stepped away. Again, Tim's trying to keep his buddy alive. Manta trying to get out. He is going to fall there. Still, though, the damage coming in from the mag is quite significant, but they have stepped too far now, and 4 go down. Mineski hold their high ground.
Oh my god, that was the best Earth Spirit play I've seen in a long while. Ninja Boogie put his whole team on his shoulder. He started off the fight by silencing the Dazzle, which was the target that Miracle was going on. Without the Dazzle, without the Grave, that fight just looked so lopsided. And then he came back in with multiple man stuns. He was like a silencer and a TIE Hunter together by himself.
Yeah, and I think too, when you're looking at this, it gives them access towards Roshan, and you talked about needing to win a fight and then also push up to high ground to get an objective,
and then win another fight there.
Like, this is the other answer, is going to get an objective at Roche, and now look where they're at. Their top lane is pushed in, they're all moving over in this direction. I think that they've got the capabilities to put the screws to TNC right here.
Yeah, and that was a super risky play by Jay. He didn't even have a remnant down, but he blinked in just to kill the healing ward. And he got lifted, he got RP. It would have been really bad, but...
Oh, skewer back. Miracle gonna be pulled further back. They've got the chain stun. All right, there's the time lapse. Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Like, he could have ulted any time to just start walking away, but he had trust in his teammates. Like, I got you. And Jules did get him. Ooh, smokes the fake back.
They want to go. Nyx is scouting, but is passing by a sentry ward. No other vision in the area to see that the Nyx is looking.
Okay, Sam H. Outside the base. Is that the one you want? Oh, they want Raven. Raven is by far the most important target. Line it up.
They're there. Oh, it's all through, and the stun, the counter RP, though. Is it going to be enough? The Omni Slash there onto 3. He's already dead. Miracle now in trouble, too. He's going to drop. Oh, it looked good for a moment, but the reactions were there for Cuckoo, and the Aegis now gone.
They got Aegis, and they're gonna try to go for this. Here comes Shay on the way back. They're gonna try to focus everything on Miracle. He needs a time lapse. Where's the time lapse? Jules, get his back. Miracle trying to with that time lapse at the very last second, and they're gonna try to fight this. But the Magnetize doing so much work. I think that was the Magnetize from the Rubik, and all in the end is still not enough. Raven survives to the very end. But it's a 4 for 3. Weaver and Earth Spirit is still alive, but I don't think these two supports could actually take an objective.
Yeah, they had to buy back on the Rubik there to get into the fight and help out. But you can see damage done. Ember Spirit did a ton, but the Omni Slash again is just so hard to deal with the Empower there and all of those heroes grouped up.
Time lapse.
I know, that time lapse was absurd.
That was some true trust test. He still died there. I mean, that team fight though, they started the fight with 3-man Impale on, I believe, the 2 supports and the Centaur, and it still wasn't enough because you need to get the Magnus.
Yeah.
Well, I think you need to get the Magnus and the Centaur.
And think about how different that fight looks if you don't get the time lapse out from Jules as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm still thinking that it's a scary sight, and it could go either way. But I feel like right now TNC don't have to hit a huge RP to win a fight, whereas Mineski kind of need everything in their arsenal.
Yeah, Mineski needs to outplay every single fight. I mean, we saw TNC playing perfectly for like, I don't know, 40 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Wait, bottom.
And Ninja Boogie most likely going to die here, able to interrupt and do that, and there's the second double edge for the kill.
Right. Not very important kill. But again, Mineski losing a big opportunity because that Aegis was kind of their one-way ticket to win a fight and perhaps do some high ground damage. But without that, I think it's, you know, TNC advantage again.
So Shrine, the first one, about to die. They're pressuring this bottom lane, and TNC now looking to keep the pressure on. Like, I'm not sure if they can really go for it though, because top lane's still being pushed in. Yeah. And it is an advantage right now, just ever so slightly into the favor of Mineski. 2,000 gold, right around 7,500 experience.
That number lie.
That number lie?
Yeah, it's not in the Haas. Because right now the tier 3 is down for Mineski, so TNC eventually will be able to remove all the shrines on the map.
Yeah. So
that pocket, that's like what, 750 gold. Whereas Mineski don't have the same luxury. And TNC is working with a better late game, in my opinion.
Yeah, people underestimate how good Empower is, and particularly with the plus 15% now that you've got on the level 20 talent for Magnus. Yep. This makes it even better. Plus 50 bonus cleave and damage. It's quite significant.
Especially Juggernaut, like just building just stats items, right? Agility items.
Yeah.
Once he gets the butterfly, oh my god. Even more damage.
Well, there
Look
it
at
is.
Him. He's hitting for 400 damage.
And I mean, the cleave is going to be applied retroactively. I think so the next cleave is when you're really going to start to see it ramp up a little bit more.
Yep. I
believe that's the way that interaction works. I'm sure it is. Yeah, 880 crit. That ain't bad.
So 400 damage without crit, without mana burn. My goodness.
I mean, he still has to be worried about the Ursa. That's
Does
what
he?
the thing.
He has butterfly.
I mean, physical damage once you get the MKB,
there's
he's
no
far away.
Yeah. Once you have the MKB, that's a different story. But
oh no, it does apply it right away. So yeah, he's still sitting at the right amount.
I'm just reading numbers.
Okay.
It says 400 or more.
Radiant's bottom
All right, the
tower
Dire
is under
scan it.
attack.
They realize that they're there.
Okay, trying to push this tower by himself. And in fact, TNC looking to go on the high ground. Here we go.
They're going for it. Need to be very, very careful. They're gonna jump back in. The stun onto Raven. He does have that healing ward still there. Misses the skewer. Fine.
Okay. Swings forward. Woo. Swarm on the. They're slowing things down. There is a fairly decent sized creep wave on the bottom. The siege unit going to work on a tier 3 tower, but will TNC continue with their push? I think they should go back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, again, they weren't able to bait out the glyph or anything else like that, but they can keep farming, and still with the better late game lineup, they're gonna be fine with this, I believe.
I mean, Raven's net worth looks like an Alchemist net worth bar right now.
Yeah.
He's just like so far ahead.
And I do not believe that smoke was scouted either. They're going to be moving into the jungle. If they could find Jules somehow at the start of the fight. That's the other thing, is that They just need a way to be able to shut down that Weaver.
Oh, they're clumping up. This is not looking good. Did it have vision?
They got Ninja Boogie, though. He's going to drop so quickly. He's going to get off a stun.
Oh, they're going to get an RP as well. It's going to be Blink Skewer onto... Okay, first hit bash by Miracle.
Oh, God, he's dead. They've so got him.
Yep.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, no enrage, no nothing. He's gone, and they do have buyback on the Ursa, but no buyback on the Earth Spirit, and now it's time to pressure. They still have this, Ember Spirit down here in the top lane who's
got
trying
a
to
TP
get
though.
counterput.
They got a TP. So I don't think TNC can push.
I think they can.
You
Right?
think they're going to push without Magnus?
I mean, Magnus can join up with them. I think that they could, honestly, if they wanted to. And
No, you're not pushing without Magnus. That's no Empower, no RP.
maybe they'll wait for him.
Yeah, they'll definitely wait for him.
He's making the trip. Look at this guy plot along. He's going down the mid lane. I'm coming.
That ass, man. Look at him. Look at them legs.
All right, mid lane again. They're in position. Stun onto Raven. Still holding strong. They have vision of him even through that Glimmer Cape. Now they take it out. They're actually able to burn through the healing ward, but there's the lift. They found the Ember. Hoof Stomp is also not going to quite be on the mark.
They have time lapse, so it's not that. Oh, Stampede just used to get the hell out. Okay.
We don't want to be here anymore.
All right.
Yeah, with, maybe
I
with
mean,
the healing ward down, or I don't know exactly what that was.
Mineski goes like, all right, seems good. Defended.
All right, they hold. I like that, though, because they made a decision. We're leaving. We're not going to stick around any longer.
They made a definite decision to leave the Stampede out. I mean, that is the ultimate. We're out.
Yeah. Like, I think that oftentimes what you end up seeing in some of these qualifying games is indecision from teams that aren't like, the tippity top cream of the crop. And because of that, you now have, situations that were that backup where you get punished from it.
Yeah, I mean, we see Mineski just making those mistakes last game.
Yeah.
When they kind of momentarily got ahead and then lost the advantage. A Lincoln Sphere from our Juggernaut, and he's far enough ahead. He's got the Empower, so he's okay to actually go back for a defensive item like that. And the possibility of Aegis.
In towards it, and now no real way to come and contest this for Mineski.
He's critting from 900 with the freaking Lincoln Sphere on his inventory.
That's nuts. And actually going to drop his boots as well to pick up this Aegis. See who takes that one. Looks like it's going to be for Tim's. Again, though, the thorn in their side. You've got the Ember Spirit pushing this in, even through the backdoor protection. They're going to back out through it.
Feels like somebody needs a BOTs too.
Yeah.
I'll take that as
Do you expect that we're going to see some type of I mean, I guess you can't really go all in at all, but I don't know. What do you feel? How do you feel like TNC break this base at this point? Do you just need to try and get all the creep players pushed out and then go down mid, or what's your read on that?
Yeah, just keep the waves push. You know you got the better late game. Just can't keep sending Juggernaut in, right? Eventually, you're gonna wear down the base. Maybe switch over to the range racks in terms of the focus instead of the melee. Start wearing that down. The only kind of big issue is that Jay is about to hit 25, and with Octarine and the possibility of perma Searing Chains, that can make the push extremely difficult if your plan is only sending in the Juggernaut.
Right.
So, and he's about to hit 25 now.
I mean, he does have Manta and Blade Fury, but there's an opportunity to catch him at the very least.
Jay is going to push bottom again.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Not
attack.
more pressure. But that does leave open an opportunity here in the mid lane. Raven gets stunned. Back in, the Fusel Blade, or rather the Purge Creep on top of him. Raven gets stunned again.
Mana burn.
Okay, they're on top of him there, and everybody jumping towards them. The healing ward, they've stolen chains. There's the jump in, the skewer back out. Miracle in trouble. Okay, he's fine.
Yep. Raven looking for Jay. Jay's taking a ton of damage. We'll have to blink back. The Raxus will need to be clipped right about now. It'll get popped. Yeah. Blink in, trying to bash him again. Raven's out of mana at this point, so no Omni Slash, no healing ward just yet, no spin.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get it now, and there's the turn. There's the melee barracks gone down, and TNC maybe going to be happy with that. Can they find anything, though, on the retreat? The chains onto 2, Remnant forward, Rior pops the Glyph, or rather the Grave, and there's the TP away. Tim's going to be controlled and killed off, and it looks like they actually do get the Dazzle as well.
They get 2, and I think they're looking for more. Cuckoo, I like his positioning. He's in the trees, looking to RP. Do they have protection? That's the problem. They have Gem available from Sam H.
No. Oh god, this is actually really scary. TNC need to get out.
TNC could wipe them though. Like if they get an RP, they could literally wipe the Mineski. Oh, Jay gonna get the hoop stop on him. They need that time lapse. Where is it?
RP, they continue it, and the timeout's actually is going to pull him back in towards it. Now Miracle already starting to drop tops the Enrage, but can he actually kill them all off? Ninja Boogie as well, starting to drop low. They've got so much damage on this team, continuing the chase.
Ooh, the impale hits through, and here comes Shay again. That's so much damage. The other way back, Raven spinning away. Do they want him or do they want Damage? They want everybody. They want Raven. The stun not gonna hit. And Miracle, he pops the Enrage, but Raven kills him through the Enrage. Can they actually kill this Juggernaut? I'm not so sure. Oh, the buyback comes out. They gotta run now.
Yeah, they need to get the hell out of here. Sam HE is going to go for the stomp, able to get the silence off. Ninja Boogie is playing out of his mind right now. The Impale Dazzle is not here in time as TP was on cooldown.
That's a
cannot
dieback.
group up with them. A dieback for the Centaur, and no great answer. I mean, they take the melee barracks, but they lose so much in return.
I mean, but, okay, they don't get an objective.
Yeah.
Mineski wins the fight, and then what? They have to farm.
Yeah, this is really tough. You do have the acronyms now there for the Nyx Assassin. Ninja Boogie is really, really playing a great
Ninja Boogie
game.
for president.
Yeah. He's having a great time with that. You have buyback on all of the other heroes for TNC that are dead except for the Centaur. It's just holding on to being able to break high ground against this team.
The other big thing is that Jay also had to buy back there.
Right.
And he's the one that's taking the most risk every single fight, right? He's the one that's in the enemy base split pushing. He's the one that's jumping in to kill healing wards and all that jazz. What if the next fight Jay dies? That's the game. I mean, like, Mineski's walking on a tightrope as well.
No, it's true. And we're at this stage too, like, you look at the net worth graph, it's just this roller coaster ride.
I mean, that graph doesn't matter anymore.
No, but I mean, in terms of the momentum of the game, just when you start to feel like TNC are getting to an unassailable point, Mineski come back and then start taking over the game again. They have a team fight like that just blows it wide open. And I feel like they have to find this Weaver in these engagements. He's been so key to staying alive in there. It's just so ridiculously strong. The 16-second cooldown.
Yeah. I also think that it's an utmost priority for Miracle to finish with MKB. I wonder if he's even going to forego his buyback for the MKB, because the next time that the Juggernaut comes at your base to push like that, they need some real way to damage him. And MKB allows him to do that.
Well, TNC, again with questions to answer. Raven is still just a monster. He finished off a Scotty on top of everything else this guy's got, and gets the plus 20 agility to boot.
So how much damage does Empower represent?
I'm not exactly sure that.
We got to have to wait to see what's out.
Weaver also is almost level 25 himself, which is nuts to me out of this position 4. He's got his Lincoln Sphere and now going back for the Deso as well. So he wants to build into some amount of damage and become that extra core for the side of Mineski.
And I think this is the game you take the Sakuchi movement speed, right?
Oh, you always take Sakuchi movement speed.
I mean, there were some games that you might want to consider.
25 magical resistance? What?
Man.
Have you seen the Sakuchi movement speed?
I've seen it. But sometimes your job is to make sure you survive, you know?
That's fair enough.
I think it's more of for the core Weavers rather than support.
I'm with you.
All right, I heard a smoke popping on the mid lane. Weave is applied, and they're on the hunt.
Want to take down the big bad Ember Spirit that's been causing them so much trouble.
If they pick Ember, they win.
Yeah. Oh, God. And you know what? He is right there.
He's right there.
Oh, no.
He's out!
All right, well, they canceled the RP.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that.
Whew. My heartbeat for this game.
I know. Earth Spirit also, by the way, is building into an Aghanim Scepter. He's only around 1,200, I think it's 1,400 gold away from finishing that one off. And another one of those saving items for a single target.
Wait, who's doing that? Sorry.
Earth Spirit?
Earth Spirit.
Enchant Remnant.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be big.
Yeah, either for, like, you know, defensive or offensively. It's really great.
Okay. Definitely TNC advantage, but I'm not sure if they're guaranteed to win this game, man.
Look at this kick. It's like he's trying to pull mid again. That does reveal his position. They know he's up here. But movement now up towards the top side. Backdoor protection is off, and Raven hits incredibly hard.
Well,
Lincoln Sphere on top of him.
He's permanently chained, so he needs to Manta or spin.
Yeah. He's there, going to hit the tower. They're doing a lot of damage to it.
Bash it?
Raven getting hit, backing up.
But he did what? I don't know, 80% of the tower's damage?
Yeah.
Tower's HP?
Dealing the chains now for Tim's. And unfortunately, it is just the 3-second duration there. So everybody backs up, Boots of Travel online, time to push out these lanes, and they can kind of just do this over and over again. Like, Jug hits hard enough that you can take down the rest of those tier 3s.
Are there any big talents that could be gotten, or any 25s that could kind of turn things around? I'm looking more so for the Mineski side, and I just don't really see how can they break this pattern, right? Because TNC could just keep on walking up the hill like that. Eventually, they'll take the Raxus.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think that there's much that's like crazy out there. The +10 Fury Swipes damage is pretty good. I actually haven't seen the level 25 or so which ones they go for, but I can imagine if it allows you to sort of bring down Juggernaut faster, it gets to the point where Raven's not willing to take that risk going up high ground.
I mean, does the axe from Earth Spirit, does it have any value? Like, can you like maybe rock the Juggernaut and kick him into your fountain?
That's probably the play.
So is that really the play?
No, that's definitely the play. Like that, that happens a lot.
Well, here's the thing: he's got Aegis, so I don't know if that's a play anymore.
No, I think it still is. Like if he's up there, then you can try and kick him out of position, because it's not a long cooldown either. The Enchant Remnant, like it's fairly long.
It's more that you put your Earth Spirit in a very dangerous position to make that play work.
Yeah.
So it's not like a no-risk play, right? You gotta commit something to it.
Well, backdoor protection taken down again. We do have the Nyx burrowed here on the high ground. They're going to throw out the Impale, jump on top of him. Sam H controlled as well. Is maybe in some trouble, silenced as well. He's not able to take out and use Stampedia, but they don't care. They're just on top of these Barracks, hitting them away at him. Lift up as well. Miracle pops the Enrage. They have no more saves now if they are able to jump in for a big RP, but Blink Dagger's still disabled and it looks like they're going to run away.
Healing Ward, putting everybody around. Jay goes, snipes the Healing Ward. Weave gets applied.
That is so risky, but
and this is Jay, man. He does that for you know, breakfast. Oh God, Jules, what are you doing? Jules, you're being seen right now. Jules, get out of there.
Oh. That was really close, but now they're jumping in again a second time. Cuckoo pops his BKB. Can they break the Blink Dagger? Miracle is on top of Raven. They use the RP for Miracle. They use the Time Lapse and the Enrage at the same time, but now the Omni Slash comes. Is it going to be enough damage? I think it's not, and well, trying to chase down, see if they can kill off Jay. He's going to be able to Remnant away. Jules gets hook stomped as well, but they can't bring him down as of yet. So close, but so far. It's not enough. Sam H onto Miracle. Another Enrage, another Time Lapse. He's going to live, and now Jay jumps back in. They burn through the Aegis. I think Mineski are doing it. Cuckoo is going to fall as well.
Raven's right there. He's actually going to base. He's getting bashed right now. They need some truly RN Jesus. Where's Jesus?
He couldn't find Jesus.
It's Forsaken.
Oh my God. They ended up doing it though. They hold the high ground by and large.
But they don't get anything.
I mean, yeah, it's true. That's the rough
they get
part
3
about
kills.
it.
Who the hell cares?
Yeah.
All right, Jay on the bottom side, gonna try to get some wave back out. This is what they needed.
Yeah.
That was his Jesus Miracle. Man, he went for the ultra safe play, right? He saved for buyback, but he went all in to get that MKB for that fight. Oh man, it would have made all the difference in my opinion.
Yeah, I think though that you still have this point where you can at least think about trying to force some type of reaction. Like Magnus is dead for 40 more seconds, and they could come down here. It's still just so hard to pressure. He doesn't have. Okay. Okay.
You know what? You know what I think Raven needs? I think Raven needs to ditch his Eagle Blade and go for Basher.
As a full Abyssal Blade, maybe?
Yeah, because currently there's no fear, right, from Jay. Like unless Jay messes up, which I don't think he will. Like he's not gonna die to at least the Juggernaut. By the way, Miracle working on these shrines. In fact, I think both shrines are simultaneously being taken down. So a little bit of gold going towards the pocket.
Yeah, I mean that's the value there also of being able to take down this top tier 3 tower. They can finally start to secure some of these outer objectives and not give away Roshan for free every time like we've seen. So 48 minutes in, 24 to 34, still within a 10,000 net worth lead. It's never eclipsed that for either side, although experience very heavily into the favor of Mineski, and they're making use of it with the level 25 talents.
All right, let's check them out. Anything cool that we've been... I mean, we talked about Ember being so key. Weaver is also 25,
Oh,
taking
hold
the
on.
Sakuchi.
They almost popped that smoke there. He's gonna get out of there.
And then Nyx is not 25 yet. They only got 2 25.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be there soon. And I think that is the Spike Carapace worth it? Plus 200%?
Oh, Jay is blinking into the base. He's working on the range Raxes.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get him in time. They don't have that instant disable. Yeah, they need that Abyssal Blade, I think. I like that idea more and more from Jug.
Well, I mean, the Abyssal Blade is really good only with Blink as well.
Yeah.
Magnus working for Refresher, okay. Oh, man.
This game.
I mean, actually, Tim's is their instant disable, right? Blink telekinesis.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe Ember could think about going back for a Lincoln Sphere himself and dropping out that for the Veil.
Sure. By the way, Sam H has Refresher addicts. That's also another issue that Mineski has to deal with.
They have the Enchant Remnant now as well from the Earth Spirit, so 45-second cooldown on that one. And could be a game changer.
This is gonna be a crazy one.
Oh, up here in the top, they got the RP onto him. Ember Spirit in trouble. He is going to drop. Just went back in one too many times. Shadow Blade used, and Magnus found the kill.
All right, so you go down mid, force the buyback, or go down top, whatever the lane is.
And Raven, not afraid of anything. He actually hasn't even gotten the Moon Shard yet either, so still has a lot of room left to grow.
Look at Jules, moving so fast.
I know, that's the thing. It's such a good talent.
Oh, dude, they're hunting Jules as well. They see him.
They want him.
Get out.
RP is still on cooldown.
Smoke
They
gets broken
break the
immediately.
smoke. All right, in a scary part. They end up catching one. Tim's on top as well. Omni Slash onto Miracle, but they don't have the reveal. And can they actually get out of here? BKB has already been popped, trying to find somebody. The Ember Spirit is chasing now. On top of Rior, is able to kill off Tim's. Raven trying to get out. He is going to be able to make the escape, but Rior is going to fall. So that's 3 dead. All of them without buyback.
At the back here, RR finds himself Cuckoo. Cuckoo's trying to run away, but the Ember Spirit's jumping in. He blinks on the left side. RR skewers away, but is this the right play? They're chasing Ring around the Rosie, around the whole map for a freaking Magnus.
I think it is. Because if you can force out that mag buyback now, they're already going to be able to push.
All right. Again, this team does not push for Jack, but now they have a Weaver, right? Weaver actually is hitting for damage now.
Yeah, and they're going to actually... I was wondering if they were going to come back and defend, and they are going to be able to keep that mid lane pushed out, but they forced the buyback from the mag. Miracle's still holding on to this.
My God, Mineski perhaps is doing it. Oh God, Raven is critting off the creeps and is actually killing Miracle.
They're going in with Cuckoo. He has RP back up now. Does he go for it? He's taking a ton of damage onto him. The stun. They stunned him for the moment as well. The RP connects on it too, but they need the damage on top of him quickly. They find it. They get the kill. Raven.
Top. Jules getting the lane of Rax. He's trying to work for it. And he is gonna get it. Time to get the hell out, boys. Okay. 2 buybacks available on the Mineski guys that are dead. Jay, again, out of buyback for a while.
All right, let's take stock of this game. Again, you've got all 5 heroes for TNC up. They are going to probably try and force some type of a buyback here.
For sure. Roche is not up yet.
Yeah, still a ways away before it could even respawn. So TNC know that. They're going to try and pressure this out and at least force buybacks, but they need to be careful because if they do happen to get caught out, there's no buyback for Magnus.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going back for the Basher as well.
You're talking about Juggernaut?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think he's got the whole thing. He's got the whole Abyssal. Yeah, he just needed to send it to the side shop, or secret shop, excuse me, to pick up that bid. All right, buyback number 1 from our Earth Spirit.
They want to hold on to the other one. You've got down here the Ember Spirit continuing to push, so the creeps are passively going to go in, but TNC are going to the top lane, and they want to get this. They'll get it so quickly. Spin forward, crush onto Jules. Okay, in trouble. He's going to drop R as well. They buy back twice. They need more buybacks here, though. Everybody buys back. TNC, you need to run away. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. Maybe even worth committing the Stampede. They've already used it.
They want to fake back that.
I don't know about this play. All of their lanes are pushing in. I think that they need to go back right now. If they lose a fight here, likewise if they win, yeah, TNC, you just need to get out.
I mean, look at the bottom Raxus.
Yeah, they need to get out of here.
Somebody TP to Jay. In fact, it's going to be one of TP to Jay. We'll just take a lane of Rax. I think that range creep, yep, that's range Rax down. Jay not going to get the melee Rax. It's going to regen over time. Top is
they took it
done. All right, I think you know what, Mineski sits in their fountain, or not fountain, sits in their base for the
I like that idea.
next 5 minutes. They need their buybacks back.
Yeah, they definitely do. I completely agree with you. They can't try and push out. Likewise, though, if you give up Roshan because it's now going to be up, it's a long respawn time. But that to me feels like the only thing that you can really go and contest. You can't try and get other stuff done there, really. It's just too risky.
Oh my god. I mean, again, who's ahead right now? Is it TNC that's ahead because they're
I think because of buybacks, TNC is in the lead right now. There's 4 buybacks used. No, all of them. All of the buybacks have been used. So there's this 5-minute window where if they find like
anybody,
a kill
yeah.
and singular kill, they're going to win the game basically.
But I mean, you could make an argument that it's Mineski advantage in the fact that there's 2 lanes pushing in from the side, and now Jay going for the melee racks. He's gonna get it.
Yeah, this is.
Wait, are they pinging out the throne?
They want to go for it.
TNC question mark? Okay.
I mean, they have buybacks of their own, and they can try and go into this, but this feels really risky to me. Movement now forward. They're going to be able to stun them
into
up.
the fountain! Juggernaut's there!
They got him. They pulled him all the way back in, but Raven going for the spin TP. He's still bashed up for the moment, but they're going for those tier 4s for the moment. Over here on the bottom side of the fight, they've been able to catch out Jay. There's the RPUs. They're controlling him for the moment, but still not managed to get it. The time lapse. Great play. A second RP isn't going to be enough, though. They're bringing them low. The Enrage, keeping that Ursa alive. They lose the Ember Spirit for 2 minutes. He's out of there. Magnetized onto all of these heroes as well, but I think that potentially TNC could have done it. There's still so many creeps inside their base.
Raven's fighting. He's fighting the Buck, trying to get Jules. Jules is able to run away.
Triple kill for Miracle.
They're stunning up Raven. Raven's getting chain stun. He's not going to be able to do it. Raven's
ultra kill for Miracle. Sam 8's going to fall as well. I think that they might have done it to give it away.
And now the base on the other side of the map is fully breached. They have BOTs up the wazoo. Just go, 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 go. Mineski might have been able to force it to a game 3.
They have no buybacks on these 3 heroes. They didn't need to do this. They did not need to pressure this hard.
All right, checks Roche. No Roche there. Does Jules want to keep going? Like, everybody's HP value is actually pretty low. I'm not sure if Mineski get there.
They are. Centaur is 400 gold from buyback. Rubik is 500 gold from buyback.
30 seconds, and now Magnus is back. You gotta keep in mind, Magnus is a damage source. Oh, Raven's gonna be there.
All right, TNC, they need to go. Like, honestly, I think TNC just need to almost give up this tier 3 tower instead of barracks. Like, they need to almost fight from mega creeps because they can't afford, unless everybody gets up in time. Because if Mineski just run down mid right now, and you start to lose heroes.
Mineski doesn't have time to run down mid anymore. And by the time they get there, everyone's gonna be spawned. I think the Roshan is like, the safe choice. But also, you know, I don't know. It's so hard to say what is the right move right now. Nobody knows what the right move is.
I just can't believe they didn't have buyback.
How did Mineski defend that, losing only 1? That is the super impressive thing.
Yeah, it's time-lapse Weaver's pretty good. That's one of the things, certainly. And the RPs maybe a little bit off the mark as well from what they wanted of them.
Oh,
yeah,
Jules.
bots level 2 going for him. Tim's chased down. They dropped the sentry ward. He's forced the time-lapse back.
RP, he's
They've got him. They're on top of Jules. They're going to end up being able to take him down. The Lincoln's here.
Wait, cheese.
Oh my god. All right, Jules trying to stay alive and do it his best, but eventually is going to fall. They still time-lapse.
That's 2 minutes. He does have buyback. But Jay, look at Jay. He's pushing in the wave.
What is this game? All right, they are going to, I mean, the tier 4s have regeneration now. So they'll be able to keep it there, but...
Okay, so here's the thing, right? For the last, I don't know, 25 minutes, Mineski was in this situation where they kill people and they can't do anything about it.
Right.
TNC just killed a Weaver. Can they do something about it? I mean, they're trying to run down mid, but Jay is...
Oh, no, he's going to get caught. They've got the lift. Do they have any extra forms of control? The double edge?
Oh,
all right, yeah, he's gone.
All right.
That was...
All right. Oh, Aura has a Hex. Cool.
Jay just goes right back in again. He knows what he has to do. This is his life now.
I mean, Jay is the absolute hero. Actually, that's not true. Ninja Boogie is also
TNC, I think they're going to move down mid. They've got a DD rune on Jug. If there's a time, it is now. And Cuckoo going to lead the charge. He does have RP in 25 seconds, so can have 2 of them for this next fight if they wait for it.